The Last of Us Episode 5.
It's a weird fucking tone, man.
That's just the way he sounds. He has an asshole voice. Joe, tell him he's okay.
Everything is great.
Dude.
Fuck.
What's up everyone, it's Curtis from Black Heroes and this is my review of episode 5 of HBO's The Last of Us. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and comment your own thoughts on the video too, and let's just jump into it. Alright, episode 5 starts off immediately after episode 4 with Henry and Sam having Joel and Ellie at gunpoint. One change they made from the game is that here, Sam is actually deaf, which would make things more difficult considering since Sam can't hear. If he makes noise, he's not going to know that he's making noise in a zombie apocalypse where the zombies hone in on you through making noise. Henry also reveals that they didn't have any ammo, so they was bluffing the whole entire time, and he also said to Joel that that was the closest he even came to remotely killing someone. My first thought was like, okay, you've been in the zombie apocalypse for years and you never killed anyone?
Boy, ain't no fucking way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
But Henry is public enemy number 1, and because of what Joel did in the previous episode, he's public enemy number 2. So now they're all going to work together and try to escape Kathleen and her crew. Now, last episode I said I really wasn't feeling the Kathleen storyline, and this episode, still not really feeling it at all, but they did give us a bit more backstory on her. The reason why she feels so out of place as a leader is because she wasn't the original leader. Her brother was, who Henry sold him out to Fedra to get leukemia medicine for Sam, and that's the reason why she's on this huge revenge quest. Even with that reasoning, I just could not buy into Kathleen at all. Like, you mean to tell me that after her brother died, she was able to rally everyone behind her to the point where they're willing to die for her? I just don't buy it at all.
I'm not feeling it.
I feel like her storyline compromised the Henry and Sam storyline a bit. Because when Sam, Henry, Joel, and Ellie went down to the sewers, in the game there actually was a lot more to that. Like, not only were they bonding, but they was also fighting infected too. And granted, they probably didn't put any infected in this section because they were saving everything towards the big boom at the end. I get that, but still they could have gave us more time for these four to hang out and bond. The time they used for Kathleen, I feel like they could have used towards that. We do get the sniper scene from the game where Joel has to maneuver around all the cars and eventually flank him, and he does. And what I like is that Joel didn't really want to kill him at first, but because Kathleen somehow brainwashed him, the guy still jumps up and Joel has to kill him. But because of this, Kathleen figures out where they are and she rolls in deep. Like, when I first saw that, I was like, oh my god, all this for one guy. Like, I get it, like, he got your brother killed, but Jesus Christ. Not only does she wants to kill Henry, but she's also willing to kill Sam and Ellie too, saying that, oh, kids die, which is foreshadowing to what happens later. Before that though, Joel managed to kill one of Kathleen's people in one of the trucks, and the truck veers off into a building and actually starts sinking into the ground, causing a sinkhole. Then the issue that Kathleen put on the back burner last episode finally comes to the light, and in a big way. A huge horde just bust from the ground. Like, this honestly reminded me of how a huge horde of infected came out of the ground. It reminded me of Hardhome from Game of Thrones. Like an endless wave of death just coming at you. I'm not gonna lie to you, if I was in that situation, I wouldn't even try to shoot. I would have ran immediately. So chaos ensues, and Joel is trying his best to cover Ellie, Sam, and Henry to get them to safety, and they were introduced to the bloater. Kathleen's second in command tried to 1v1 the bloater, and it did not work out at all for him. That was one of the best kills I've ever seen in any show. That was some Mortal Kombat shit right there. One of the creepiest parts of the whole entire scene was when Ellie was hiding in the car, and then we see this kid clicker. And what made it so creepy, because I'm thinking Ellie is thinking to herself, oh man, if I wasn't immune, that could be me. But in the end, they all managed to get away, and before they can leave, Kathleen confronts them one last time, and that same kid clicker is the one that kills her. Which is very poetic because she was the one who was like, oh, kids die. And the horde is still coming out of the sinkhole and is heading towards the city, so really Kathleen just doomed her whole entire community over one person. I get it. Revenge is a theme in The Last of Us. Like, look at The Last of Us Part 2. But the difference between Kathleen and Ellie is that Ellie never compromised her community for her revenge. If it was up to Ellie, she would have went on her revenge quest by herself. But Kathleen pretty much destroyed everything that she and her brother fought for just for the sake of revenge. So again, just wasn't a big fan of the Kathleen storyline. So Joel and the gang managed to get away. They're holed up into this hotel room. So Joel and the gang managed to get away and they're holed up for the night. And Joel even offers Henry, like, hey, do you and Sam want to come with us to go see my brother Tommy? Sam and Ellie are in the next room where it's revealed that Sam got bit during all the chaos. So what Ellie does is that she cuts her hand and put her blood in his wound, because really she doesn't know why she's immune. She probably thinks it's in her blood, so she's thinking maybe this could save him. But unfortunately it doesn't work, and because Sam is deaf, when he became infected, he didn't acknowledge Ellie at all until Ellie tapped him, revealing her presence to him. So Sam attacks Ellie, they bust into the next room. Joel reaches for his gun to go save her, but Henry grabs it first and keeps him at bay because, you know, at the end of the day, that's still his brother and he's still in complete shock of what's going on. But in a moment of clarity, Henry realizes what's going on and he shoots his brother, which is actually his first kill when you think about it, because early in the episode he said he's never killed anyone before. So the only person he's ever killed was his brother, which makes it so much sadder. And you can just see the shock and confusion on Henry's face, like he cannot believe what just happened. He couldn't fathom, he can't process that he just killed his brother. And Joel, who's probably been in this emotional state before, is trying to get the gun away from Henry, but unfortunately before he can, Henry pulls the gun on himself. There was a small part of me that wanted Henry to live in this situation just to see how his character would be in the aftermath of his brother's death. But unfortunately, this is The Last of Us, where happy endings are very far and in between. One thing I like about the show over the game is that in the game, when this moment happened, it just cut to black and they moved on. But here, we actually get to see them bury Sam and Henry and actually mourn their loss for a little bit. It was sad when Ellie wrote on Sam's little notepad, "I'm sorry," and laid it on his grave. And that one kind of hurt. You can tell that this was a moment that will change Joel and Ellie for the rest of the show. Another good episode, even though I wasn't into the Kathleen storyline, everything with Sam and Henry completely made up for it. This is the second time where they introduced some characters that are only going to be in one episode that we grew to love. But for this episode, definitely comment your thoughts below if you loved it, if you hated, and if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Alright y'all, it's been your boy Curtis from Black Heroes, and I'm out. Peace!